and good afternoon. If you're just joining us, this is you're just listening to the final whistle of the Plate Cup Final between St Ives and Lankelly, which St Ives won comfortably in the end. If you are watching and you have got feed, then I have to apologise because I wasn't able to do the original link, didn't work, so we've got a new one. And if I look down to the other side, you'll see that the sides are just coming onto the pitch. That's the Launceston team, ready to get warmed up. So, very good afternoon, welcome to a lovely sunny day in Redruth. And just so everything works okay, I'm going to keep the pictures going from now to kick-off, which is due in about 25 minutes time at 4:30. And I'm also hoping to have, rather than listen to me all afternoon, I'm hoping to have the live commentary by the referee Ollie Parsons, who's from Devon. So stick with us. If for any reason this does not work for you, then I do record the whole game, and it will be on YouTube sometime tomorrow as soon as I get a chance to do the processing. But if you look down, you can see, I'll just show you a bit of this. Down there, the officials of the CRFU are about to present the trophies to St Ives. There's Paul Williams from the St Austell Boys, who's here to photograph the boys today. As you can hear, it's a bright sunny day, but it's also windy up here, so there will be a lot of wind interference. I'll do my very best to keep it down. I'm sitting inside sort of a shed, but the wind's coming up from the east as I look, which means it's pretty much straight into my face. There are gallant, very strong performance from Lankelly, but they were just outclassed by a very slick St Ives side today. That's the third of four games. The fourth game, of course, is the Cornwall Cup Final between Launceston and St Austell.
Show your appreciation to take runners up Lankelly boys.
It's Chris Taylor, long-time servant of the club. It's young Callum Durant, hooker, coming this way. I think he played most of the first half, then he got a knee injury, so hope he's okay. And in a few moments' time, I'll go through this St Austell team with you. Unfortunately, I don't have an accurate copy of the Launceston side. Because of the number of teams playing here today, the CRFU were unable to produce a programme in time, and Launceston didn't, as far as I know, they didn't publish a side on social media or on the website, so I was unable to get to it. I know some of the players, but I'm going to do my best in commentary to let you know who they are, but I am going to make the odd mistake, so my apologies up front. I'm sure you're here to watch the game rather than me go on anyway, so you'll get the whole coverage, and I think from the vantage point here I can see pretty much all the pitch. You go, last of the Lankelly players.
The plate with his St Ives.
As you can see over there, that's Launceston going through their paces with about 17 minutes to go to kick off. And as I said earlier on, if you're listening, I apologise, I do not know the published Launceston side, and so I'm going to do my very best from the list I have. If for any reason, and this does sometimes happen, if any reason the stream does not work, or if it lets us down, because there are so many intangibles in this, then do not worry, because I do record the whole game and it will be available on St Austell's RFC's YouTube channel tomorrow, probably late in the afternoon. And what I tend to do as soon as I possibly can is to highlight the try-lights, and then put the whole game on following that. And as I speak, I can see over to my right, I'll show you that now, St Austell have just come out and they're also going through their warm-up routine. There they are. I'll go through that side in a few moments for you. And I'm also hoping in a few minutes' time to have a feed from referee Ollie Parsons. Side, skippered by Miles Davey. That's Miles with the ball in hand on the left there. Very experienced, very talented player. Been here before, I think 5 years ago when St Austell beat Weybridge. The score 35-22 in the final here. Absolutely a lovely game. And of course St Austell beat Weybridge in the semi-final to get here today, 16-15, in an epic encounter at Redruth Park. Launceston had also a fabulous semi-final win, beating Camborne 28-8 to get here today, which is a really impressive result for them. They've got better and better as the season's gone on. Bearing in mind they lost to Camborne home and away in the Southwest Premier League. It was a real bonus for them. Get a good convincing win. So I think by the books, you would imagine that Launceston, who play a league higher in the Southwest Premier League, are probably favourites today, but don't tell that to any of the St Austell players. They're here to win. We have about 14 minutes or so to kick off. And in a few moments' time I will go through the St Austell team, and I'll do a best to keep you in touch with the Launceston team, but I did say I don't know all the names. We have about 14 minutes or so to kick off. Before this game, I asked one of the St Austell coaches when was the last time these two sides met, and we couldn't get any accurate answer, but we seem to think it was in the 1980s. As you may know, historically Launceston have played at a higher level than St Austell, and certainly when I first joined the club 20 years ago, St Austell were a second team fixture. That's certainly not been the case in recent years. In fact, if you were to look at the league setup, where St Austell are currently lying 4th in Southwest 1 West and Launceston are 9th in the Southwest Premier League, there are about 9 places between the two teams, if you counted that as one league, of course. A couple of players worth mentioning today. Can't quite see him at the moment, but Dan Pearce, there he is over there. former St Austell player, playing on the wing today, I think. And there is St Austell, there's his opposite number actually, that's Max Butler, never see him back from injury. There's young Matt Shepherd, who himself, of course, was a former Launceston player before leaving there to join Plymouth Albion and coming back to St Austell the start of this season. Another player who is a former St Austell player is James Tucker, playing 10 today for Launceston. Played for St Austell about 3 seasons ago. Local boy actually from Redruth, and they joined Launceston 2 seasons ago. He's done very well indeed. He's now first choice 10 and he's played almost all the games, league games this season. Talented boy with a big boot and good hands. So let's briefly, as we come up to, I'm assuming you're all ready to go at kick-off time, let's briefly go through the St Austell team for you. There they are, just getting warmed up. Starting front row is Brandon Hack, young Brandon, I think he's 21 now. Miles Davey, of course, skipper. And Charlie Nicholson, who was just returned from injury, which is lovely to see. Played over 50 times for an Austell, local boy, of course, from Gorham. In the second row, Anthony Knight and Mark Vyan. Known affectionately as the Gorham Lighthouse. He's usually St Austell's main source of line-up ball. There he is now, just going through his warm-up. And you'd be fairly sure that Launceston are wise to him in the line-out today. Back row is player coach Carl Marriott, playing 8. Rory Jago, who is himself just returned from injury. And completing the back row is Adam Kello, who one of those guys who can play anywhere. Last week he played in the second row. If you ask Adam, he fancies himself as number 10 as well. Very skillful. 2 games ago he played his 300th game for St Austell. What an achievement that is. Can't miss Adam, he'll be there and thereabouts, he'll be doing the donkey work. In the backs, regular number 9, CJ Boyce. Outside him is Chris Ashwin, who's scored a try in the semi-final against Weybridge. And in the centres, Ben Plummer, regular all season, and playing slightly out of position, I'm fair to say, is Matt Shepherd, former Launceston boy and former Launceston player, of course, St Austell boy. Started playing at St Austell when he was 6 years old. On the wings, the speedy Fraser Lottle and Max Butland, who's looked as a passable impersonation of David Duckham. He's got great feet, the boy. Lovely to see him back and away from injury. And then on the bench, and the fullback is Cav Boyers, one of those, he plays fullback and wing, like another long-term servant of the club. On the bench today, and don't forget it's a cup game, so there are 6 replacements. Pete Harris, who's one of the lads who's come through the Colts and played very well indeed for the first in the semi-final against Weybridge. Hugh Newt, old-timer, never has a bad game. Hugh, of course, his front row replacement. Archie Rolls, another prop. Dak Morley, who's a bit unlucky, I think, today to find himself on the bench. Danny Tyrrell, who can cover anywhere in the backs. And it's lovely to see Connery Woodsey. Now, my understanding was that Connor, because he hasn't played for probably 4 weeks or so, because he damaged a toe. But it obviously isn't quite as serious as he first thought, and he is available to play today. So that's the lineup. I think one thing about St Austell is they've had a fairly consistent squad throughout the season, and most of those boys, I think, have played most of the games. I will try my best to go through the Launceston team, but once again, some of these I'm going to get wrong, so big apologies in advance if you're watching from Launceston if I get them wrong. Now, the front row from the last game they played was Mitchell Hawkin, Levant Bullitt and Andrew Knight. I don't know if they're all played today. Tom Bottoms and Jake Crabb in the second row, with Charlie Tubman, Lloyd Duke and Brandon Rowley in the back row. Half-back partnership is Adam Collins and James Tucker. Dan Pearce on one wing, Jack Staton on the other wing, with the centres of Sean Crawford and Ryan Western playing at outside centre. I don't know how many years he's been. I think he's played over 250, maybe even more games for Launceston. Former Cornish Pirate, of course. With Tom Sandercock fullback, and on the bench Alex Bartler, Leon Cole and Glenn Coles. Now, It's a bit odd me going through the team from the previous game, but it's the only one I've got, so I'm going to do my very best. And I have asked for an update, but I've not been given it yet, so I do apologise. I might end up going number 16 rather than saying somebody's name and getting it wrong. So please accept my apologies. I'll try not to apologise too much through the game. I did the best I could.
St Austell, number 1, Brandon Tate. Number 2, Miles Daly, captain. 3, Charlie Nicholson. 4, Anthony.
Right, as we approach kick-off, I will just go through briefly. I mean, I'll do it already now because I've just checked on the side. Launceston's starting team today is front row of Mitchell Hawkin, Levant Bullitt, Andrew Knight. The second row of Tom Bottoms and Jake Crabb. Back row, Charlie Tubman, Lloyd Duke and Brandon Rowley. Half backs to Adam Collins and James Tucker, ex-St Austell boy of course. On the left wing is Dan Pearce. The centres, John Dorr and Ryan Western. On the wings, Dan Pearce on one wing and Sean Crawford on the other, with Tom Sandercock at fullback. Not certain about the replacements, but that will do to start with. And very briefly, St Austell, as they're due to come out, Brandon Hack, Miles Davey and Charlie Nicholson make up the front row. Anthony Knight and Mark Vian in the Boiler House. Back row of Adam Kello, Rory Jago and Carl Marriott, very experienced of course. CJ Boyce plays 9, Chris Ashwin at 10. Chris Ashwin at 10. On the wings, Max Bullen and Fraser Nuttall, with Ben Plummer and Matt Shepherd in the centre and Cav Boyer at fullback. Replacements are Pete Harris, Hugh Newt, Archie Rolls, Zach Morley, Dan Tyrrell, and I'm not so certain that Conrad Woodsey is actually replacement today. He may not be fit. We'll see. So as we approach, a big thank you from the CRFU to St Austell Brewery for their sponsorship today. Without them, not only the leagues but the cup competition simply couldn't take place. So big thanks to them, and please show your gratitude by having a pint of tribute. I think from position I'm in, I'll be able to show the whole of the pitch. It's actually rather nice up on a gantry, but it is windy, so my apologies for if it is a bit windy. There's not a great deal I can do right now. Referee today is Ollie Parsons from the Devon Society, and I'm hoping when he comes on the pitch that I'll have his audio as well. We've not had a chance to test it. If it doesn't work, then we'll have to do without, but I'm hoping it does. I do apologise if you weren't able to get the original link to the live stream. I'm afraid there was an issue. I've had this several times with YouTube, but I do notice we've got about 40 people watching, so that's great. If you want to share and let other people know, that's also good. And if you want to subscribe to the St Austell channel, then obviously you'll get notifications when when any new game comes up. I will be hoping to record and stream the last game of the season next week, which is of course St Austell against Devonport Services. Big game that one. Whoever wins goes up. Not quite as simple as that. I think St Austell need 5 points, Devonport Services need 1, so St Austell lead. Oh dear, I just had a big loud awfully sorry about that. I think that's the referee coming online, so I'm going to turn him down and turn him back up when he's working. So, as you can see, Launceston first to come onto the pitch, playing from right to left if you look, and I'm hoping that there's the referee Ollie Parsons, and I'm hoping I've got his microphone. And St Austell playing left to right, no significant, I think, advantage. Yeah, I do have referee Ollie Parsons. That's rather nice. I'll make sure he's not too loud. Here we are, due to kick off. It's great to see, of course, one of the changes in this competition is that Camborne and Launceston play in the South West Premier League have entered this competition this year, which is really good because it gives it some serious credibility to the better sides taking place. Right, here we go. Chris Ashwin to get us underway. Sorry, Jago got there with the ball. You can see I've got proper noisy interference from the referee's mic, so I'm going to leave him turned down for a little while. That's Cav Boyer. Gives it some welly, but it doesn't find touch. There's Dan Pearce, ex-St Austell player, what a guy with big wheels. That's Adam Collins. Finds James Tucker, and the ball goes back to the forwards. Tackle there by number 1, Brandon Hack. Attempted a counter up there, but Alan Collins decides to go to the air. Well, pretty much straight up. And James Tucker gets there first, but it knocks it backwards, and Launceston retain the ball. No, they do not. It's been turned over. There's CGI boys burrowing like some sort of demented ferret. Looks right, then left. Goes to Chris Ashwin, who chips. Trying to find his winger. Down as far as Fraser Knottle has a first chance to show his paces, but he's met by Dan Pearce there. I think it's fair to say both sides so far showing a willingness to run the ball. You can see the referees penalising, I don't know who it was. Looks like it may be Charlie Nicholson for sealing off. James Tucker will have a chance to gain a bit of ground. No, he gives it to Dan Pearce. That's 11 Bullet. I think he's known as Fred locally. Lovely take there off the top by Tom Bottoms. And Launceston use their big forwards to get them all moving forward. It's such an important part of today's game. Also need to get round and stop them without collapsing. It's an automatic penalty if that's the case. That's Ryan Western, very experienced. Now 37, but you wouldn't know it. Once again, the referees, Ollie Parsons says, no, getting the ball, get away from there, so it's another penalty. And Launceston decide they will take a chance for early points. Skinner is a very, very fast player. Real gas, and he's also a lovely kicker. So Dan Pearce, after just 9 minutes, puts Launceston into the lead. 3 points to nil. Chris Ashwin to restart. Ball hangs in the breeze, but it's taken very well by Tom Bottoms. Launceston look to run out of defence, but caught in possession, although they've kept hold of it. Always a risk, but I think one of those things, isn't it? Faint heart never read a fair lady. Got his kicks, but only as far as Carl Marriott, who's going to have a look, but he goes back to Cav Boyer, who steps the first man. Well caught by Fred Bullock there. Sorry, there's Matt Shepherd. And supported by Charlie Nick, keeps the ball well. As Max Bullen gets an early opportunity. I do have to apologise, I really haven't got, I'll have to wait till I try and get a cleaner feed from the referee. Still have a chance to run. Matt Shepherd goes wide to Cab Boyer, but he gets man and ball. There's Kyle Marriott, ex-Redruth player of course. You can see there was a bit of lazy running, so Matt Shepherd has a chance to get down there, and offside says the ref. Ollie Parsons. And just a guess that Kyle Marriott might decide, to level things up and give Matt Shepherd a chance to the kick. Which I think he's going for the corner. So, Hellfire corner, first opportunity. And the Newell place to go for this is probably to that man there. No, he didn't, I beg your pardon. He wants Anthony Knight over the top, so also looking to get them all moving. Which they usually do. You can see that that's collapsed, Pepe playing advantage. And CJ Boyce trying to find Chris Ashwin, but unable to do so, so he's going to bring him back. And I think the ref might be looking at a card here. He's having a chat with Lloyd Chute, the skipper. There's Ollie Parsons, only 22, but a very good referee. He's refereed a good standard, one of the rising stars in Devon refereeing. Shame I haven't got his microphone right. I'm going to try that. So Matt Shepherd's going to go for the touch again. As you can see, I'm sort of struggling to get that corner in, but that's the best I can do from there. This time they do go to Vian, who pops it, and St Austell get a roll on, and it looks like they may have. Yeah. Well, what we thought was the first try of the game, they said no, said the referee. Ball was knocked on. Referee did the right thing there, had a chat with the touch judge, he said no as he went over. Of course, the Austell players all celebrating prematurely. I think this might be the first scrummage of the game. One of the key areas, it always is, isn't it? And there you can see the front row, Mitchell Hawkin, Levant Bullitt and Andrew Knight. Solid, very solid early on. Although St Austell get it moving forward. And it might looks like they've turned over. CJ Boyce has a run. And no, referee says penalty, it's collapsing. There you can see there quite clearly. I think CJ Boyce thought he'd scored then. So James Tucker to clear. Not too close for my liking. Lovely clearance. He must have made a good 25, 30, 40 metres maybe. There's referee Ollie Parsons.
Hold on, time is off, time is off, time is off. Yeah, that's right. You ready?
Right, I've got him back now.
Time back on.
So 11 bullet to throw.
Time, play on. Back on.
Bit of clever skullduggery, it worked very well, kept the ball. And Launceston attacked it through, but you can see, indicating, yeah, in front, that means, number 2, that means he's offside. So Matt Shepherd's going to go for the corner again.
Not doing the firm well.
Taken cleanly by Brian. And St Austell once again getting the ball moving forward. Trailing by 3.
Black 8 is outside, black 8. Hey, how you doing? Runs, backwards, 5 out!
So keep it going forward, but I think they might just have been turned over there. Yeah.
Doesn't it know that? Was it for your side there?
Right, I'm hoping I might have the referee slightly better now. I've got the unable to test it earlier on, but it seems to be okay. So with about 70 minutes played. Still 3-0 to Launceston, but St Austell with an attacking scrum, and once again it grabs sideways and the referee says, come on, use it. That's a nice run there on the Launceston number 8. Did so well to relieve the pressure. John Dore goes wide. And I think that is Sean Crawford on the wing. Penalty St Austell for holding on.
Hold on,
Miles David a throw. Goes to Anthony Knight at the back, and a quick top to Carl Marriott, who's takes on the first 2 men. Chris Ashman has a look. Matt Shep steps. Pirouettes a couple of times, but he's caught there at the second row. And Chris Ashwin once again has a little look. Shep again. This time, little dummy step. Takes the man. Chris Ashby looks to go wide, but the ball couldn't be taken by Ben Plummer. Max Bullen does a bit of clearing up, keeps the ball well. And St Austell look to attack again in the shape of Charlie Nick, but he's met with a black wall there. There's Chris Ashburn again. He will have a chance to have a look. And Carl Marriott took the ball, but he also got absolutely flattened. Anthony Knight has a look. He's close, but he's not close enough yet. Still looking to get themselves on the board here. That's Shep. Goes wide to Cav Boyer. He's held. Apologies for the angle. Best I can do. And you can see that Ryan Weston came through there, much to the annoyance of one or two of the St Austell players, but he won the ball. You can't ignore that. What did very well indeed there to not concede a score. Lovely play by Ryan Weston, the most experienced player on the pitch. But it will be a St Austell line out, and Miles David throw. He goes to Vine in the middle. Launceston don't even contest. They know they're looking for recycling. Break by Ben Plum. He's got support outside with the save of Matt Shepherd, who scores the first try. You can look how pleased he is. Lovely little, beautiful hands there. Quickly by Chris Ashwin. Fed Ben Plummer, who had one man to beat, and he gave to Shep to score under the post. First try of the game. Matt Shepherd to try and add the two. He duly does. I'll just read that for you. Launceston 3, St Austell 7. A really good period from St Austell there. Continued pressure, great defence by Launceston in the Hellfire corner, but lovely hands, particularly from Chris Ashwin and Ben Plummer, put Matt Shepherd in.
Another reminder to please closing the front of the grandstand or the tribute line or into the actual stand, please.
Dan Pearce gets us back underway. Keeps it very deep. It's taken cleanly by Adam Kello. Over 300 games for St Austell now. How impressive is that? And still one of the first names on the team sheet. He goes high, but it doesn't find touch. And I think that was no, Launceston have won it. St Austell might have turned them over, but they're playing advantage. The referees play advantage for over the top once again. Hard to say who that was. Referee not indicated. Could have been Rory Jago. He ran away, tail between his legs. So Dan Pearce will have the opportunity to gain some ground, put the ball in the far corner, and give the Launceston the chance to regain their lead. The referee's having a word with two skippers here, with Lloyd Duke from Launceston and Miles Davey. I'm not sure what it's about. I think it might be about number of penalties he's had to give away for offside, so be aware of it. Tell your players, he's saying. I'm going to try and get the referee back in a few minutes' time. It's not working very well. I think I might have to invest in a better microphone system. This one let me down. Okay. 11th bullet to throw, just inside St Austell 22, taken cleanly off the top. That's by number 4, Tom Bottoms, who's been a tower of strength and line out thus far, and as you can see, Launceston get the drive on. All 8 forwards in there, low and driving, and they're about 5-6 metres out. Adam Collins looking for support left and right, but they keep moving forward. That's broken up, but they still have the ball. Real good chance here for Launceston. They've kept it. Collins goes wide. Unlucky there. Tried to hit number 4, but I think he knocked it on, left his way an advantage. And you can see Matt Shepherd does the sensible thing, gets the ball off the park. Real opportunity for Launceston there. Little mistake. I think came off Tom Bottoms actually, who's caught everything thrown at him apart from one pass. 11th bullet to throw, and so far he's gone to Tom Bottoms twice and to Jake Crabb the other time. The ball must have gone dead there. A new one arrives. Taken beautifully at the front by Tom Bottoms again. And Launceston once again look for the rolling ball. There's 11th bullet. Comes back inside to Ryan Western. Difficult man to stop. Always makes the yards. That's John Dorr. Well tackled in the centre there. I think Ben Plummer took in. The referee says once again getting the ball. This time I think it might be Matt Shepherd. He waves at the referee. That gives Launceston the chance to kick for goal if they choose to do so. Now 2 balls on the field. Yeah, as you can see, Dan Pearce calling for a kicking tee. The score at 7 points to 3. He wants to get back within 1. So Dan Pearce lines up. It's not too easily. So St Austell 6, 7, Launceston 6. Chris Ashburn restarts. Adam College kicks long, but doesn't find touch. Finds Kyle Marriott, who finds Cav Boyer, who's looking to chip and chase. Get the space in behind, and he gets there first. He's got support on the inside, and he's got support on the outside. That's a chance for Fraser Nuttall, and you can see from the referee, though you can't see the picture, that he didn't make it. Hellfire corner, congratulated there by Miles Davis, the skipper, but so close, but lovely cover tackle by Tom Sandicott, the fullback. Launceston go to the front in the shape of Tom Bottoms again, and once again they're happy to play rolling more, because you know it's so difficult to defend. Well, St Austell have had 2 opportunities in the last 20 minutes or so in Hellfire Corner, and they've been kept out very well by some lovely cover defence by Launceston. And as we all know, it's defence that wins games. So 11 bullet to throw. I beg your pardon. Miles Davey throws. It goes to Mark Vine. And see your boys looking to go himself. Finds Adam Kello. He'll do one thing. He'll take him on and he'll keep the ball. He always does. And you can see there that Andrew Knight, lovely big tackle by him. He got himself on the wrong side though. And Tom Bottoms runs away with it, but he knew full well. Yeah, handing on the ground. Now I'm afraid I've lost the referee completely now, so we're going to have to do without that. That's a shame. Matt Shepherd. As you can see, I have a limited view of Hellfire Corner. Do the best I can from here. Fine takes cleanly. St Austell do like Launceston, go for the rolling more. As you can see, you've got to get round and defend that. If you bring it down, you're going to concede a penalty. Ben Plummer adds his considerable weight. That's 5 metres out. Crabbing sideways. Can also keep the ball, keep the ball, keep the ball. Goes down, referee's playing advantage. That gives CJ Boyce the opportunity. Now here's an opportunity. What will St Austell do here? So far they've played an attacking game, gone to the corner, and as you can see, the referee's having a chat with Lloyd Duke, Launceston skipper. And there'll be a slight delay for an injury to one of the St Austell players. Hard to see who that is. Looks like it could be Carl Marriott, who's rubbing his shoulder. Let's hope that he's okay, because they certainly cannot do without him. Really has been a massive influence on the club since he arrived as player coach 3 seasons ago. Very popular with the players, the fans and the club officials. Of course, ex-Cornwall captain, ex-Redruth and Pirates player. Let's hope he's okay. Usually just a touch of the magic sponge does it, but Carl's one of those guys who doesn't stay down unless he's hurt. He's okay. What will Matt Shep do here? I think Miles Davies said, take the points please.
Scored by 13, Matt Shepherd. Launceston 6, St Austell 10.
As you heard from the PA, score moves on to Launceston 6, St Austell 10. Adam Kello takes very well indeed, under lots of pressure. Lots of experience of that. Sorry, it was Carl Marriott. Pass to Adam Kello. Made the hard yards. Chris Ashman goes wide. Looks at Matt Shepherd. But he's well tackled in the centre there by John Dorr. That's CJ Boyce taking the ball back from Chris Ashwin. Been a fabulous day here today. This is the 4th final. You can see there went and then stopped. That's Sean Crawford, the right winger. Beat the first man. It's one of their principal weapons that Launceston have employed at every opportunity, of course, is this rolling maul. That's 11th bullet. He came away, but St Austell turned him over. I think it might have been Charlie Nicholson who stole the ball. Shep looks to go wide, and Chris Ashwin says the tip, but he was blocked by John Dorr. It gives Ben Plummer the chance to have a little run. He beats the first man. He's looking for support. And you can see offside, said the ref. Atlas, you must roll away. I think that was Charlie Tummon there. Cheb's having a chat with Miles Davies, saying, "Do you want to go for Hellfire Corner or do you want me to kick the goal?" And Miles says, "Go for Hellfire Corner, we'll have another go." As half-time approaches. Scotland still have it. CJ Boyce comes away, but he's caught by Tom Bottoms there, and as he was caught, the ball went forward. And the referee's indicating that was a collapsed maul, so it looks like another penalty to St Austell, which Matt Shepherd's going to stick in the corner again. Oh, throwing too long, unable to be taken there by Carl Marriott, and Launceston are going to have a little run. Sean Crawford has a go, but it's well tackled by Max Bullen and Matt Shepherd in support. But they've made a good 25-30 metres there, Launceston. Want to play rugby, both sides do. And there's 11th bullet again. And it's Dan Pearce. Don't let him get away, because he'll skin you. It's good running there by Charlie Tummon. Very strong, powerful runner. Shaq attempts to close the runner down, but he overdid it slightly. And Brandon Hack steals the ball. And he goes as far as Dan Pearce, who calls the mark. So, with about 4, maybe 5 minutes to half time, Dan Pearce has a chance to clear the ball up to about halfway. Currently the score is 10 points to 6 to St Austell. Only try by Matt Shepherd. converted by himself and added a penalty, 2 penalties to Dan Pearce. Miles David throw. Goes to Carl Marriott in the middle. That's a big throw. Chris Ashburn does very well to hold on to it. That's Fraser Knottle on the wrong side, but he was turned over. Yeah, you can see that illegally, so the ref, you must release him. I suppose a lot of modern wingers do. He's very keen, always wants to be in the play, so I'm not going to stay out where I'm supposed to. I'm going to follow the ball. There's Matt Shepherd, I think, once again looking to kick the ball into the corner. No significant advantage, I think, in terms of wind. He's gone the other way, actually. There we go. Puts the ball into Launceston's just inside their 22, and St Austell will have a chance perhaps to score again just before the half-time break. Just to remind you, if you check out the CRFU website, you'll find details of next week's fixture, Crauchetes 15, which of course Cornwall are involved in. Rare event and something worth supporting. As Adam Keller takes the ball off the shoulder of Chris Ashwin. That's Max Bullen taking it well, doing it well. We're going to keep hold of the ball. And also picked up the pace a little bit there. Chance to their backs have a run, but it looks to be like they've been turned over. That's Fred Bullock got in there first, stole it, and kept it. Lawrence would be very keen not to concede anything just before half time. And Adam Collins goes long, but only finds Max Bullen, finds Matt Shepherd. He's got Fraser Knottle and Ben Plummer, but he's looking for, he needs support. He hasn't, guess he has got it, he's got it. Austell keep the ball, and they're looking to go wide again. There's Adam Kello, stopped by Ryan Westron. You can see Ben Plummer receiving attention, and I think St Austell kept it. CJ Boys to go wide. Finds Charlie Nick, gets man in ball. Lloyd Jute gets in there. Chris Ashwin decides, I'll try and find Max Bullen. He certainly does. The referee's indicating an advantage. And I think he might be showing a Launceston player a yellow card. Yep, he is. Well, clearly for offside. I'm not sure who that is. It could be Jake Crabb, actually. Big second row, who's had a good game so far. There he is, looking disconsolate. But the referee had warned both captains earlier on that the amount of offside, penalties of offside, is far too many. And to my left, just out of shot, you can't see at the moment, referee's going back to Lloyd Duke, but you can see just down here, Ben Plummer is receiving attention for an injury. I'm sure he'll be delighted that two young women have come to sort him out. Yeah, let's hope he's okay. Yes, he is. He's strapped up and ready to go. Regular for St Austell for 4 or 5 seasons, Ben. Probably one of the first names on the team sheet when it comes to picking the backs. Very strong defender. Scored a cracking try against top of the table True Valley a couple of weeks ago. So here's Matt Shepherd as half-time approaches. Once again, St Austell looking to take advantage of territory and maybe try and sneak a score before the half-time break. Well, you have to give Launceston their due. They defended like demons on their line, not given any chance at all. They've had one opportunity, St Austell taken it. Other than that, they've been repelled. Goes to Marriott. St Austell look to get them all moving, but Launceston got all of their 8 in behind, and it's going nowhere at the moment. And you can see that Rory Jago at number 7 at the back, kept the ball. Must have no choice but to go. CJ Boyce goes, he's close, and I think he's given it. From where I'm standing, Ben Plummer knocked that on. The referee awarded a try. And I think he's hard to know what he's doing. I think he's going to consult with his touch judge here. That would be very... I haven't had the chance to look back at it. I'm not going to. But from where I'm standing, it looked like Ben dropped the ball as he went over. But it's not up to me, it's up to the referee. And I think he's indicating that actually it is a knock-on. So he's no try awarded. And James Tucker will drop out from behind the post. Story of this half has been one try to St Austell and some absolutely top draw defence from Launceston. You think St Austell should have scored perhaps on 3 occasions when they crossed the line, and Launceston have tackled so well they've kept them out.
Let's go, Casey!
Plummer looks all right, and Carl Marriott seems happy now. As James Tucker hits as far as Carl Marriott. There's Ben Plummer again, but he gets ball, and Ryan Western takes him low. There's Adam Kello. Western doesn't find his man, so Shep's looking to put Max Bullen away, but he gets very little opportunity. He puts the ball back, and it may have been knocked on there. And as you can see, as he got the man, he knocked the ball and he brought it back in. Referee Ollie Parsons looks at his watch. He says it's nearly half time, guys. This will be the last play, I think. Score remains St Austell 10, Launceston 6. Only try of the half to Matt Shepherd, who's also scored a penalty and the conversion to a try. 2 penalties to Dan Pearce. Currently Launceston playing with 14 men as Jake Crabb, I believe. I'm not too certain, but I think it's Jake Crabb who was in the sin bin. After being warned by the referee for offside, he was took a one for the team, I think it's fair to say. Please do check out the CRFU website for details of next weekend's fixture, Chase 15. And as I look, I can see down to my left Hugh Newt, looks like he's warming up, might be involved in the second half. I recall in the Cup Final here 5 years ago, I think it was, when St Austell beat Launceston. When St Austell beat Wadebridge, Hugh Newt scored 2 cracking tries. And according to him, they were both from 50 metres out and involved 3 side steps and 2 dummies. Also in front row, Mitchell Hawkin, Levant Bullitt and Andrew Knight against Brandon Hack, Miles Davey and Charlie Nicholson. No one's had an edge here so far, but it's been level pegging, I think it's fair to say. Haven't been many scrums, quite a few lineouts, and as you can see, Ryan Western playing on the flank there. He's one of those guys who can play anywhere. There's Dan Pearce. Really not had a chance to show his paces so far. He's been shut down in the middle of the park by Ben Plummer once again. But he's supported there by Lloyd Duke. There's James Tucker. Goes wide. I think that's John Daw, but he's taken into touch there by Rory Jago. And the referee says that'll do for the first half, guys. So, as you heard from the PA there, half-time score is Launceston 6, 2 penalties to Dan Pearce, and St Austell 10. A try, conversion and penalty to Matt Shepherd. I'll be back with you just after the half-time break.
Okay.
So welcome back. Welcome back to Redruth for the tribute Cornwall Cup Final, where at half time St Austell are leading Launceston 10 points to 6. St Austell scored a try through that man there and converted, and a penalty, Matt Shepherd of course, and 2 penalties to Dan Pearce, who I think is about to restart. Yes, there he is. So, anyone's game. Launceston 6, St Austell 10. This goes very long. Once again taken. Taken by Carl Marriott, cleared by CJ Boyce.
There's a line there.
And I think I might have some of the referee. Ollie Parsons from Devon Society. I know we're not supposed to express an opinion, but I have to say he's had a good game so far. What's going on? Oh, it's a lovely little inside ball, but didn't Matt Shepherd try to come away, and he knocked it on in the tackle. And I think he's going to bring him back to no advantage game. So it'll be a Launceston scrum. At the moment I can't see any change to the front rows, so Mitchell Hawkin, 11th Bullet, and Andrew Knight for Launceston, with Brandon Hack, skipper Miles Davey and Charlie Nicholson making up the front row. And the second row for St Austell, Anthony Knight and Mark Vine, and the back row Adam Kello, Roy Jago and Carl Marriott. Tom Bottoms, Jake Cram, the second row for Launceston, and Jake Cram, I'm pleased to see, has rejoined after having a 10-minute respite for being offside. Back row, Lloyd Duke, skipper, Brandon Rowley and Charlie Tumman. Although no, Janik Barney's that means that's winger coming in, because the 10 minutes for Jake Crabb are not finished yet. Two scrum halves on the far side there, Adam Collins for Launceston and CJ Boyce for St Austell. And as you can see, the right winger Sean Crawford has come in to help in the scrummaging, and it goes down. So I think the referee's indicated not playing. He was just saying no, play on. I think it looks okay. Launceston retain the ball. Andrew Knight has a little run. He's held high, I think, by Carl Marriott. And I think the referee is indicating advantage there. So Collins decides to have a little chip in, and Ben Plummer, no, Cab Boyer dots it down, but the referee will bring him back for a penalty for a high tackle against Carl Marriott. There's Lloyd Duke, the Launceston skipper, and as you can see, that's number 3, that's Andrew Knight coming on. It must be a replacement. As you can see, Ryan Western taking a knock to the face. Very experienced player, ex-Pirates, Cornwall, been there, done a lot. Yeah, I have to apologise, I really don't have the referee's signal very well, so I'm going to lose it, otherwise it will just interfere. Dan Pearce kicks, but he pulled it to the right, just drifted off to the right hand side. So the score will remain 6-10, Launceston 6, St Austell 10. Dr. Chris Ashwin will restart. Works, of course, at Trelisk. It means he's missed lots of games this season because of the COVID crisis. Despite the rest of us being away from it, he's looking after patients at A&E. It means he's not always available. His wife, his partner, of course, just had a second child. Congratulations to them. Strong run by Mitchell Hawke in there. Makes the hard yards. There's his partner in crime, Andrew Knight, who bumps off Mark Vine. That's not easy to do. Launceston decided to go wide. But once again, Ben Plummer shows his defensive mettle. Matt Shepherd comes away with it, but he said no. He must release from the tackle. Chris Ashwin was the last one up, so maybe he was the one who was guilty. Very sharp on that today, referee. I think he sees it as job. Well, of course, it is his job to keep the game flowing, and anything like not releasing or over the top, he's penalised. Which gives Dan Pearce the chance to slot one, which he missed a moment ago from almost the same place. This is probably slightly more kickable to get Launceston within 1 point of St Austell. As you can see, big crowd on the far side enjoying the sunshine, and Dan Pearce enjoying the breeze and the look there. No luck involved in that, just skill. So he brings Launceston back within 1 point. Launceston 9, Dan Pearce 9, St Austell 10, Matt Shepherd 10. Only 2 scorers today so far. There's Chris Ashwin ready to restart. Hard to say whether that went forward or not. The referee says not, so the ball is hoofed high. Lovely kick out of defence there. Touch judge says he went out right up there, so it's probably midway. Well, you can see there's the 10-metre line. Miles Davey to throw. That's Mark Vine got a hand to it. There's Matt Shepherd on the burst, but he's held by Ryan Westrom. Doesn't miss many of those, Ryan. Anthony Knight unable to take that round his ankles, but the ball went backwards as a ref, but they've been turned over, but illegally. The referee, you can see that quite clearly. Hands on the ground. In this case, it was Tom Bottoms. So does Matt Shepherd attempt the points? He's having a chat with his skipper, and he says, yes please Matt, have a go, to try and restore the 4-point lead that St Austell held at half time. Apologies, my tripod moved. Once again, if I have got any of the Launceston names wrong, I do apologise to anybody watching. It's because there wasn't a programme today. Because there have been 4 cup finals today, it was too much of a difficult late task for the CRIQ to publish a programme. So what they did is did it all before the games, and I didn't have a side until it was announced at kickoff. So if I got their names wrong, my apologies. Matt Shepherd from about 32, 33 metres out. Crowd go quiet. Flags go up. So Dan Pearce playing on the wing today, due to restart. Really not had many opportunities to show his pace. St Austell boy, very popular with the lads, all know each other. St Austell player, I should say. Originally from Bude, Dan. Launceston number 8 going early, the referee says play on, no disadvantage. There's Dan Pearce, he steps the man and he takes off Ben Plummer got a handle and CJ Boy's got another handle and managed to stop him just as well really, but Launceston have done very well to keep the ball and go wide. As you can see, ball bobbling around. James Tucker feeds his centres, but he gets man and ball there, and they've done it at Kent Ground. They've got an overlap here. That might work out for Dan Pearce if he can hold on, but it doesn't. So Max Bullen gets away, almost. Steps the first man, finds Adam Keller. He won't step anybody, he'll just go straight. There's Brandon Hack bumping off the Launceston hooker. Apologies for that, something in the way I couldn't come across.
Replacing St Austell is 22 Hugh.
Charlie Nicholson just receiving attention, but he's okay. Good to see him back actually after injury. Goran Boy, like Mr. Viant. It goes to, I think that's Rory Jago actually. Or was it Adam Kello? No, it wasn't Adam Kello, he was wearing a Scrum cap. No, it was Rory Jago in the line out, and he's come round to take the ball back from Adam Kello. And you can see the referee's indicating, I think he's playing advantage here. The referee go wide and Shep gets man and ball, but recovers. John Dorr can't hold him a second time. He's still going, is young Shep. He's got men outside in the way for the fire, but unlucky he couldn't get the ball to Fraser Knottle. Referee will bring him back for a penalty. That's kickable. Matt Shepard kicked one from probably 10 metres infield from there, but he's got his kicking boots on. I think he's going to have a go again. The feeling you get from both teams is because this game is so tight, and it really is anyone's final at this stage, anyone's final, that all the points matter. So in other days where Matt Shepard may have gone for the corner and attempted to go for a try, if there's a kicking opportunity, he's going to take it. That's a difficult kick, as you can see from here. Not much of a breeze, but it's right at the post, probably 10 metres out from the centre, and I rough guess about 28 metres from the try line itself. So not easy, but Matt hasn't missed today yet. So it's have a 4-point advantage, 13 points to 9. If he kicks this, that becomes a converted try. So Matt Shepard, very go quiet, keeps his head down. That's another kick. Touch judges look at each other. It was close, but it went over. Significant score that, because it puts St Austell a converted try in the lead. And we are about 15 minutes into the second half. Long way to go yet. Carl Marriott once again feeds CJ Boyce, but he's caught, and you can see he went behind Adam Kello, so that will be a penalty. And in the interim, I think that's it is, yes, it's Charlie Lucason's had a knock there. He's got to his feet though. That presents Launceston with an easy attacking opportunity. They'll love that. one of those things. It was a mistake, and I'm not sure what they're going to do. They're going to have a scrummage here. I think they probably feel they have a real, they perhaps have an edge here, and they'll be looking to get a nudge on and keep it going. Hellfire corner. So there's Adam Collins. And as I look, I see that Hugh Newt has joined the fray, playing loose head. That means that Brandon Hack's probably left the field. There's Charlie Nichols on there. So Hugh Newt, very experienced, try scorer in the final, of course, 5 years ago, 2 tries. As he'll be, I think he'd probably remind you. Big scrummage, this one really matters. And nobody's got an edge on there, but St Launceston keep the ball. Number 8 picks up, bumps off Chris Ashwin, but in the process he lost the ball. Knocked on twice, says the ref. The first one was by Launceston, so that'll be a St Austell scrum. Lovely tackle by Chris Ashwin. There was Brandon Rowley at full tilt at him. He didn't flinch at all. As you can see, Brandon Rowley receiving attention for that. He might have taken a knock in the process. He wants to have a chat with Chris. He's a doctor. Just remind you, if you want to see this again, then once I've had a chance to put it together, I'll put it on YouTube, so the whole game will be available for you to watch at your leisure. And my apologies once again. I was hoping to have a referee, but my radio microphone's let me down. As I speak, Anthony Knight is coming off to be replaced by Zach Morley, wearing 21. That means Adam Keller will probably go into the second row, which he duly has. And Zach Morley will take a place on the flank. St Austell scrum put in by CJ Boyce. Launceston get a nudge on there. The ball comes out and Matt Shepherd attempts to clear, but it doesn't go the right way. In fact, it goes into touch about 10 metres out for a Launceston line-out. Score is still Launceston 9, St Austell 16. But one score will change this game completely. 11th bullet to throw. Goes to his skipper, Lloyd Duke. And once again, Launceston look to get the rolling ball moving. It's a big wrestling match, but if you don't stop it, it's very difficult to defend. As you can see, Launceston got it going forward again. I think the referee's got his arm out. I think he's playing advantage. But Launceston keep it tight. There's Mitchell Hawkin and Andrew Knight both in there. And as he crossed the line, it's very close. The referee says no. And he'll bring them back for the penalty. Yeah. I'm not sure what that indicator means, but he put his hands up to say number 7. That was Rory Jago. It might have been slipped his binding. So James Tucker nudges it into touch, and Launceston will look to have a line out, catch and drive. This is where St Austell look to Vine to contest. He's a dab hand at stealing the odd ball, but 11th bullet so far has gone to Tom Bottoms and Jake Crabb several times. And he flows right over the top, goes to his skipper Lloyd Duke, taken very well. Austell get moving, but Launceston have kept the ball and they've spun it round. Unless they get round and defend it, it's going to be difficult. You can see Mark Vines in an offside position. The referee puts his hand up. Launceston desperate to get across the line, about 5 metres out and still going forward. No advantage coming, bringing for the penalty, and I would not be surprised to see the referee put his hand in his pocket. He's talking to Miles Davey again, and I think the penalty was for coming in at the side. Discussion going on there, and unfortunately I can't hear it. Yeah, you can see that rotating the maul. So James Tucker, Redruth boy of course. Takes it into touch again, and Launceston have another line out, attacking line out, just on the 5 metre line. 11 bullet to throw. Beautiful day here today. Once the clouds lifted, it's a really bright sunny day. Not much in the way of wind, and the crowd are loving it. This is the 4th final. This of course is the tribute Cornwall Cup Final. First time in 3 years. It's lovely to see. Taken by Bottoms. Launceston once again look to drive. They've got men behind the ball, 11 bullets at the back there. It's so difficult. They're close, very close. So Austell finding it very hard to do anything about that. And it looks like Bullet's gone over. Yeah, he does. I'm not sure it was 11 Bullet. I'll see who the last man up with the ball is. Yeah, I think it is. That's the hooker, 11th Bullet. Been threatening to do that all day. And Launceston get back within 2 with a conversion to come. Relatively easy kick for Dan Pearce. You'd imagine he'd kick this, but you never can tell. So, to level it up, Dan Pearce levels it up. Launceston 16, St Austell 16. And in this half, the Launceston forwards have just about had an upper hand, and ultimately that pressure paid. That very effective rolling ball of theirs, ultimately the try was always going to come. But still got 20 minutes or so to go. Everything to play for. Anyone's game. I think it will come down to one bit of skill, one kick. Might be that kick. That's unlike Chris Ashwin. Just scuffed it as he kicked it, so they'll come back for a scrummage on the halfway line. There's Hugh Newt wearing 22. Boat builder by trade is Hugh. Another solid scrummage. Adam Collins looks, and I think that might have gone forward. The referee says play on. That's James Tucker, chip and chase, but only gets fines. No, he's bringing them back, I think. The referee says there's no advantage coming for an offside. No, it wasn't offside, it was a high tackle. So Dan Pearce or James Tucker will probably stick this down in the far Hellfire Corner, where most of this game has been played, I have to say. There's probably a bit of a slope on this pitch, left to right, and also on the far, so that's the lowest point of the whole pitch, which might explain why so much of the game is played there. That's a lovely kick. So there's a try scorer, 11th bullet. His chance, his opportunity to throw in for an attacking Launceston line out. Goes to the middle. Taken by number 4, Tom Bottoms, very well. CJ Boyce, the last line of defence there, looking for support and didn't find it. As you can see, the referee is talking to one of the St Austell players, and it's Carl Marriott who's taking the walk of shame. Didn't see what that was for, but Carl's certainly off in the sin bin. And Launceston have an attacking line out and a real opportunity to put themselves in the lead for the second time in this game. Yeah, Launceston have done it. They've won the ball. That's very close again. Pick up from Lloyd Duke. He's looking for support outside. That's Adam Collins. He supports his second row. He's very close, so they're over the line. No, they're not. They're just short of the line, so Austell doing their best to defend it, but Launceston have got the ball. That's the winger, James Crawford. A bit like watching Exeter this, they get that close to the line, they go for it every single time. He's over, he's definitely over, and they've Launceston win the ball back again and again. So Austell repelled them so far. So also go wide. Dan Pearce is tackled. That's Cav Boyer. Adam Collins attempts a dummy and go. They've kept the ball. There's James Tucker, another penalty. Another one coming for a high tackle. Looks like Ryan Western might have got over. I think he has. Yeah, and you can hear from the supporters. It wasn't Ryan Western, I think it was that man there. Absolutely delighted. So, with 14 men players on the pitch, St Austell go behind for the second time in this game. After leading 16-9, they're now 16-21 down with a conversion to come from Dan Pearce wide on the left-hand side. Dan Pearce misses the conversion, so the score remains Launceston 21, St Austell 16. There's a referee, Ollie Parsons. Very strict on refereeing around the ruck and wall today, but he's kept the game flowing really well. Tails are up now for Launceston. Chance to run, they will do. That was number 17. That might be Leon Cole, but I'm really not certain. There's James Tucker. Looks to go wide. He finds Dan Pearce, who's got space. And you give him a chance, he will take it. He's still going, still going. And Dan Pearce punished St Austell for some poor tackling.